Only that the next day, someone told us that actually these kind of hamsters like hibernate, so that's why he ate all of the food, and that if we had just like put a lamp on top of him, he would have woken up.
We're going to give extra points because of the trauma dumping that just happened, so you get 1,000 points.
Yay!
Hey everybody, welcome to the newest episode of the Superposition game show, the only game show on the internet where we bring nerds of all types together to play unhinged games with me on a Monday morning. So I'm really excited to have all three of you here. This episode has been coming for a little while, so excited to have you all on.
Yes, excited to be here.
Happy to be here.
Very excited.
Awesome. So for the audience, this is actually the first time we have, I guess, contestants from all over the world, and I'm really excited to have this test out because we've never had people from different countries participate on the game show at the same time. But the way that we start the show is, for one, I'll introduce myself and then would like you guys to do so as well. My name is David Cohen. For everybody in the audience, I am the founder of Superposition, a consulting company where we help other data nerds like myself and consultants and advisory people do work better by doing workshops. So just like the one that you're about to see today. So if you want to learn more, I'll share a little more details in a little bit after we finish the show. But obviously, you want to cede the floor to the stars of the show today. So the three amazing folks that you see on the screen. So Jorge, Tamara, Simon, it's awesome to have you on. Tamara, we'll start with you. Would love if you could introduce yourself, but also want to talk about your secret talent. So go ahead.
Okay. Hi, my name is Samara Cheman. I am a marketer who has been in the industry for a little bit over 16 years now. I am a serial director of marketing who went rogue as a consultant about a year ago. Right now, I'm working on a very, very interesting project where I am interviewing a bunch of non-marketing founders and co-founders in the SaaS industry to understand why exactly is marketing in such a tough position everywhere. Follow me for revelations. I am in the glorious city of Budapest, and my secret talent is that I can create almost anything into an analogy. And I say almost anything because I'm kind of worried that I'm going to have to do it now and won't be able to perform.
Well, let's see it. What is it like to be on this game show?
Oh, yes. It's like going into a party where you have been invited but don't actually know anyone. But it's okay because you had a little bit of a buzz with your first drink and now you're just mingling and getting on.
You know, I should have said we do allow drinking at this game show, so maybe even, whatever you want to do, whatever makes you able to get through it.
That would have been a helpful instruction to BYOD,
Well, I guess for Simon and I, it's going to be a little rough. It's like, 8 in the morning here, but you guys, it's acceptable drinking time.
Yeah, this is coffee. I promise.
Sure.
All right, Simon.
Hi, I'm Simon Schmitz. I'm from Germany originally, but I live in Morristown, New Jersey as of this weekend. We just moved. I work for a SaaS company, and we do urban planning stuff, permitting and everything. And I also have a little boutique personal branding agency called Lemoncore, where we help founders of B2B companies kind of get awareness for the company through storytelling. And my secret talent is, I have a few talents, but I think a funny one is that I can turn my eyelids inside out. Pretty gross, but I can show that later.
Yeah, do you want to show us? I mean, I don't know if I want you to, but I kind of want to. Yeah.
You want me to?
Oh my God.
I'm ready.
Go ahead. Do it.
Does it work?
Oh my God.
No, it works. That's
This
amazing.
makes me want to scratch my eyes now.
So Simon, I know Lemoncore had been in the works for a while, and it's something that you had been, when you and I met, in fact, you had not launched Lemoncore, so would love to hear a little more about that too.
Yeah, I just wanted like a name that was like a little spunky, funky, and like kind of sounded like creativity. So I came up with like the name just because of that. I like lemons, I like the color combo, and that's really what got into the decision-making process. And I think what makes it like a little bit different is that I really think that storytelling is a big power when it comes to building a personal brand, because that's how you stay memorable, and don't just turn out content that's forgettable. And that's ultimately what you want to avoid. So I think those two things go hand in hand, storytelling and having something fresh in hand, like a lemon. So yeah, that's how I came up with the idea of the name and with the company. And now we're here.
Amazing. So I can't wait to hear more about it, because each of the games that we're about to do is probably going to tell us more about the story of how you got there. So thank you for sharing. All right, Jorge, you're up next.
Well, hello, I'm Jorge Medina, and I'm originally from Spain. I'm right now in Madrid, although I'm often in London. And I'm the co-founder of Easy Branding, which is a SaaS branding product, which we are positioning sort of like a Canva competitor, in which you make your branding choices, you pick your colors, typography, and graphic style, and then automatically and in real time you get a 50 plus asset catalog, all customized to your brand decisions, so that you can get publishing and building your brand immediately, consistently across all of your brand touchpoints. And it's been a year and a half already. We've got a exciting relaunch coming in September, so stay tuned. And my secret, I don't know if I can call it talent, honestly. In some circles, it might even be called a disability. But I have aphantasia, which is the inability to form mental images in my mind, which is a weird thing to have, given that I am constantly doing graphic design. But I actually consider it as a talent, because I am convinced is one of the main contributors to the very weird ways in which my brain works, and why I'm like so a weird mix in creative and systemized thinking. So I cannot show you.
No, I think one of the
You
hit
can't
on
even imagine it.
Yeah, that's actually, I was gonna ask the question, because you brought up the irony in that I know this is what you do is very graphic oriented, and obviously it requires a lot of imagining things. So how does that play into your work? I mean, just at a very high level.
Honestly, after many conversations trying to explain it to people, because it's very mind-blowing, throughout my whole life I thought imagining was literally a metaphor and not like something that people were actually experiencing. But the way that I found it easier to explain is the same way that you experience a computer. The display is there for you to see, not for the computer to understand. So it's like I consider myself a sort of computer. So I know what's going on. I just don't display it. That's just like, I don't know. So like
Cool.
it doesn't prevent me from like imagining in a metaphor way, like when I'm reading or something like that. So that's the best explanation I could find.
Gotcha. Awesome. Okay, well, thank you all for explaining. And are you all ready to play the game show?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So the way this works is we'll start playing each of the activities one by one. And as we're going along, I'm going to give you guys scores. So next to your faces in the board, you'll notice that there's a green 0. So as we're going through each of these, I'm going to score you based on your performance for each of the games. And obviously, the performance is really up to me. So the goal of the games is to make me laugh. And I reserve the right to both give away and take away points depending on how good or bad your answers are. Does that make sense?
High pressure.
So sometimes going for the worst possible answer is even better than going for the best answer. So, I have to keep you on your toes. So the first game for today is called Draw Your Career. So the way this game works is essentially like Pictionary. So what I'm going to ask you to each do in a second is to take the I guess, marker function or the marker tool, and in the box next to your name, draw the story of your career, but only using pictures. So you're not able to use words. Does that make sense?
I think so, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So in a second, I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes. And from there, you guys get free reign to draw whatever you want in your box to tell the story of your career and your life. So it can be essentially anything from the moment you started working or before that to how you landed at where you are now. And I'll tell you what the twist is. So for each of these games, as I mentioned prior to recording, there is a twist, but I'm not going to tell you until the game starts. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. And has anyone used a pen to draw on Miro?
No, but
Nope.
you can.
Oh,
I guess. Nobody's tried.
Oh, it works. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, nobody's ever tried that before, but okay. So I'm going to set a timer here. And then you guys get to start drawing. So on my word, go ahead. 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Okay.
And you're allowed to both mess with each other and do whatever. So the twist I didn't tell you about is that from this moment on, I want you to only draw with your non-dominant hand.
Huh.
Oh my god.
Oh, I was doing a bad enough job as is.
So,
Doesn't say
Why-
I can't paint anyways.
Why you do this to me?
so to be clear, if you're right-handed, I want you drawing with your left hand and vice versa.
Oh, actually, this isn't that much worse, which I don't know if that's better or worse.
My brain.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Oh, this wasn't a good idea.
I mean, it's a good idea for me. It's good content.
Oh, wow. This is embarrassing. I will want this expunged from LinkedIn forever at some point.
You know what? You guys are all individually doing better than some other ones I've seen. So, we take these.
Can we
I'm
do
gonna
like,
get hypo-
I don't know.
Can you do?
No.
You can do
Oh,
whatever
can
you
I
want.
change
There
the
are no
color?
rules.
I'm gonna get
Oh, I
carpal
can
tunnel
change
from
it.
this. Uh,
Miro,
Oh, I
it's
tried.
terrible at coloring.
Yeah.
ah,
Wait, I need to zoom
Oh,
out
she
to see
got
how everybody
coloring
else
too.
is doing.
Wow, okay. Are you sure you're drawing with your non-dominant hand, Tamara? Okay.
I am, and
believe
I'm using my other hand to scroll in and out to just see how the competition is doing. Ooh la la!
are you-
We're here.
So remember, you can draw on each other's boards, so you don't only have to draw on yours.
well, I gotta finish mine
Don't you
first, and then I'm
dare.
gonna draw another.
Yeah. I don't know how.
I'm really curious about Simon's. It's like
Me too.
3 mountains.
Yes.
Oh, my
Oh
god.
crap. Okay. No, this is not gonna work.
You have about a minute left. I can give you more time if you need it.
Okay.
You tell me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my
Oh,
god! All
yeah.
of these smileys are in agony. They're supposed
Yeah,
to
they
be
look
smiling.
like they're just in pain.
Okay, let's
No, you should keep it like that. That makes it better.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna give you an extra minute here. Did you
I'm
guys?
awful.
make it better. I'll just stop here. One
What's
more.
happening? I suck.
Okay.
Oh, what the
All right, let me know
hell?
when you guys are all set.
Yeah, I think I'm done. I'm done, and I will go and cry in the shower now. Thank you. Just tossing
Where are the
Okay,
colors?
Plug, I have to focus so much.
So if you double click the pen function, it shows you the colors as well.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
I think we have a visitor.
I got the blush. That's
She has
Hey.
come to judge. Nice. Let's see, Plum,
wow.
what
How
you-
rude. Cohen.
Oh wait. Can I draw on other person's
You
canvas
can,
with
but
my
if you do
dominance?
it in the next 15 seconds.
No, I'm good.
Mine is absolutely awful.
Yeah. Well,
Do
I
you
like the yellow
see-
touch of Jorge.
Do you see the choir of horror that's happening
I think
on my slide?
I'll be just judge of that. All right, pencil down.
Hands up.
Hands up. Okay, so let's talk about your amazing drawings here.
Ugh.
So Jorge, you get to go up first. You're on the top of the board. So I am going to zoom in and you're going to tell us all about your drawing or whatever you wrote. So go ahead.
Okay, so It's in 3 stages. So 1, 2, 3 in Roman numerals. And
Okay.
the first part is that I actually graduated in translation and interpreting. And that thing that you're seeing there is actually Russian. And it says Russian to English.
Ruski.
Yes.
Oh,
I cannot speak that anymore, but then I did like a complete change and went into advertising, marketing, and I became a paid media specialist. That's why that's like Facebook and like a clicking on the button.
Mhm.
And the last attempt, it's supposed to be like a brush, as in like design. And then I don't know why I did the hashtag. I was gonna do for like a hex code for colors, but then that wasn't like a good idea. And it's sort of like a LinkedIn profile because the app that I'm doing helps to brand links. So it's awful, but
I
it's like
love it.
translation, marketing, and then
Makes
product
sense.
management. So
It's very expressive. I love it.
Yeah,
So,
I like it.
okay, what caused the changes of like each of these stages? Like as you went from the first one to the second one to the third one, what were the things that kind of led you to make those switches every time?
honestly, I'm a very much go with the flow guy, and I in translation I figured there wasn't gonna be much work. Evidently so now with the surge of AI, and I just convinced myself and my parents that somehow translating languages was the same as translating messages across audiences, and then I went into marketing. And that was the rise of digital advertising, and it was a good place to be because they were just having anybody coming from any background. But then my very nerdy instincts kicked in, and I became a specialist, very technical. And randomly, I came across an opportunity to do product management, and I just went in, and I loved it because it's a mix of everything and nothing all at once, and it's just about solving problems every day, and it's eclectic and forever learning, and I love that. And eventually, I am trying now to build my own.
Yeah, and it's interesting how you can basically draw connections between the different parts of your career, and like they're not, I mean, they're related in that like you took skills and lessons you've learned from the first few and then now use them in very unexpected ways to some degree.
Yes, I think the aphantasia plays a role there, and like free flowing connection.
Oh yeah, how so?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I credit both to also the fact that before doing any career development, I studied music, but language and music learning sort of is famous for opening up the barriers between like the brain, and so I don't know. It adds to the fact that I think my mind is not like blocked or whatever. Although then I'm like very system focused, but I don't know.
Okay.
That's very interesting that you say, because I feel like I've actually met one other person with aphantasia, and the conversation was very interesting because it made me realize that you can come without these pre-baked notions of what something looks like and have an actual much freer way to
Oh.
explore creativity, because you don't have some of the visual biases that people that don't have aphantasia are tied to people with aphantasia are just not, which is very
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah. No, that's a
I'll
great
take
point.
it.
Awesome. So I
Yeah,
think
I'm trying to wrap my
usually,
brain around how that would even go, like not being able to visualize stuff. Now my brain hurts.
so I think since you gave a three-part answer here, we have to give points to every part here. So how about 100 points for each answer? So you'll get 300 points in total for each of the great answers here.
I'll take it. I mean, we
Very
don't know
good.
how the scoring works,
Yeah.
so
To be fair, neither do I. So, we're just making it up as we.
awesome.
All right, Tamara, your turn. Let's talk about your drawing.
Okay, in 6 parts. I will explain. Okay, so basically, my career path has been very interesting. Interestingly enough, I actually come from a linguistic background as well. But prior to that, I come from like an artistic background, then linguistic. I explored a lot of different areas and then landed into copywriting. And from there, understood that marketing is this beautiful, wide world that I really, really wanted to explore. And I had some very, very, very lucky moments that got me where I am today. And these lucky moments were just absolutely random things, from meeting a person at a function after a play in a theater, to them remembering my name in a meeting and kind of remembering like, oh, this is a person that we knew for this specific thing, to actually getting very, very unhinged introductions to people that ended up being some of the best working opportunities and working environments that I ever experienced. I like to say that I'm right now on a jobcation. So yes, I work as a consultant. Is that forever? I don't know. We will see. But I am a little bit in this exploratory state of what I want to do until that next beautiful, lucky golden chest comes along. Oh, these are chests. If you haven't
Oh.
figured out, these sad cookie boxes are actually gold chests. Yeah.
So
Are those
explain the
faces?
yeah,
Yes,
explain the
those are
variety of emotions that's happening at the top of the screen here.
partially just panic of having to do this in public right now, but but I think when you're going through your career, when you kind of do a dissection and look back, it's very easy to start talking about the parts that were very easy and fun to do, but there are also parts that are scary. There are also parts that are super ambiguous. There are parts that are exciting. There are parts that are weird. So the different facial expressions, although I meant one more to be smiling out of out of these, do represent the wide range of emotions that you go through as your career progresses, and kind of landing into this very weird smile with a letter T. I don't know. The pen just broke at the end.
I think one interesting insight there, and it's something that people don't usually talk about, is that even if you're doing something that you love in your career, not every day is a good day. Like
Oh
there's
yeah.
bad days, there's interesting, not interesting, and all kinds of days in between. And I'm curious how that has played out in your career, right? Like obviously you do what you do because you like it, but as you mentioned, you're sort of in this like exploratory phase. So I'm wondering if that's a result of that maybe you had more of the types of days that you didn't want, or is it just sort of a mix of all of them?
Oh, it's very interesting. I think how much time do we have? Uh,
2 minutes.
but in short, uh, I um I think that at some point I did feel a little bit of a misalignment between what I was doing day to day and the situations that I imagined myself in career wise. And it's nobody's fault. It just happens over time. And when I was finally free to explore the path that I want to take, I actually took a very large step back to explore very complex emotions of why exactly am I feeling the way that I'm feeling, and what are the things that I'm missing in this workplace versus imagining that I'm missing them because I'm not getting them anywhere else, because I'm burnt out and I'm putting myself through overwork, which is a common thing in SaaS, right? So I think that when when you find yourself in this type of exploratory phase, you have to be okay with not being okay, and you have to be okay with kind of looking under the hood and admitting to yourself like, these are the parts that I absolutely hated, even though they might be tied to your favorite people in the world, right? So yeah, it's been a interesting period, but the main reason why I'm doing this is I want to know what I want to do in the next 5 years, and I want to do it in a very committed way, not just because it's a habit and it's a job title that I'm used to having.
Yeah, I think both everybody on the call here and probably the audience can relate to that feeling. So I'm glad that you're able to externalize that and think through it this way.
Yes. I will say one thing. If you're going through a weird job transition or you're feeling that you're stuck in a position that is not necessarily catering to your inner needs anymore, there is a book that I would suggest. It's called Job Moves. One of the authors is Bob Moesta, who we all know and love as the father of Jobs to be Done. So check it out because it really is one of the things that kind of helped me move past the stuckness.
I love it. Okay.
Cool.
So I feel like I don't know. How many points should I give Tamara for that answer? I feel like she talked about
500.
how about 100 points for every emotion that you put on the board. So 400 points.
That's pretty generous.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Simon, let's talk about my mountain that you're climbing.
Yeah, I'm glad you got that. Even though I painted that with my left hand, but I just figured, like, for me, I feel like my whole career just feels like climbing a mountain, not because it seems like insurmountable, but more like I just take one step at a time and then see what's there and what happens. I mean, when I was in high school, I had no idea what I was gonna do. I wanted to be like a video games journalist for a long time. And then I realized there's not much money to be made there, and it's pretty hard to get into despite that. So I scraped that plan, and I wasn't very good at math in school, so I figured I'd do a degree that doesn't involve that much math. I did an internship for a marketing agency, but didn't enjoy it too much, and then also realized that marketing did involve math, apparently, at least when you study it. And then, despite that, in my undergrad, I had a degree that was a mix of political science and economics. So I did get my math fix in and not really realizing that when I signed up for it. But I did that. And then for my master's, I did a 180 because I worked for a political party, and that was not really what I liked in terms of work. So I studied urban planning in my master's and thought I would just be like a good government employee and have a nice and steady job. And then I got my first job out of college, did not enjoy it. COVID happened and I worked remote, and then I was like, I would like to keep this remote setting. And then I pivoted into the tech sector and now work for a tech company. That's kind of what I went to school for, just in a more modern way. And then even though I really liked the job, I was like, well, I don't know how safe this is, like until I retire. So maybe I'll try something on the side, which is why I started posting on LinkedIn and kind of realized, maybe with LinkedIn, there's something there where I could have like a little side business out of it. I'm good at making content. I'm good at helping people make content on their own. Maybe there's something there. So every one of those steps was kind of a random thing where I just had an idea and I pursued it. So I figured with the mountain, when you climb, you don't really know where you're going to climb. You have a general route in mind. And then you just like take one grip and you see what's there. And then you take the next grip and then you just slowly climb up. And I think my career feels the same way, where I have a rough idea where I want to end up, or like at least how I want my life to look. And I'm just taking one step at a time, or like one grip at a time to climb that mountain basically through my career. So I probably have a lot more other stuff that I will do in the future. So I'm currently in the process of climbing the mountain, but not quite there yet. But it's been fun and kind of exciting.
Hopefully you'll reach this goat that's at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, I like the goat up there. Goats are pretty cool animals in general, as a side note.
Yeah.
I love it. Awesome. So, okay, Simon, let's see. How many points am I going to give you to keep the show fair? I think I'm going to do 350 points because I think Tamara's answer was slightly better, but we'll keep you in the game. Sorry, Jorge. You're a victim of being the first one, so I'll make it up to you.
I'm a good sport. It's fine.
Okay, so are we ready to play the next game now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Awesome. So the second game is called Tell Me a Lie. So the point of this game is actually pretty simple. So you'll notice 3 red stickies on your board. What I want you to do is to write 3 facts about yourself on each of the stickies, so 1 per. The kind of joke of this game is that I want 2 of the facts to be true things about yourself, and then 1 of them to be a lie. So the whole point here is that you're going to want to pick 3 things that seem believable enough that the rest of the contestants would, possibly think that they're true. And the objective is to get or to have people not guess which one is the lie. Does that make sense? So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to give you 3 more minutes to think or to write down the items on your items on the stickies. And then after the fact, I'm going to have each of you or you guys, the rest of you, collectively guess which one is the lie out of the 3. The twist of this game is that I get to play for this one too. So you not only have to get each other to guess which one's the lie, you also have to trick me into guessing which one is the lie as well. And the extra trick on top of that is that if I guess right and you guys guess wrong, you lose points.
No.
Does that make sense?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay, so think really hard and make sure that you're picking really good facts so that you can trick everybody else. So I'll set a timer here. As a reminder, just type it in. You can just write it in the sticky, so no need to do drawings this time, and definitely no need to use your non-dominant hand for this. So go ahead.
Cool.
I'm now thinking, like, what did I share on LinkedIn? I can't use any of it.
Yeah, and I did read all of your LinkedIn posts for the entirety of your LinkedIn history, so I would know everything about you.
Might have taken a bit of time.
Yeah, I had some help. So I'm realizing that I scheduled a post for while we were recording this game show. So now my phone is like blowing up with notifications. So I think, Jorge, you worked on yours because you clearly already had them ready.
Yes.
Actually, talking about LinkedIn posts. Let me check.
There's the notification.
Nice. Well, you're getting more engagement than I am.
Don't worry, this game show gets next to no engagement.
Don't be so self-depreciated.
No, it's the problem with the game show is that because it's video, for some reason LinkedIn doesn't like video content as much as any other type of content for me, and I don't know why that is.
It happens for me too. Like my text content tends to do the best, and everything that people are saying, like, oh yeah, PDFs and videos are doing amazing. Nah.
Yeah, I think that's something that people say, and then you talk to anybody individually, and they're like, yeah, definitely not.
In my case, carousels are the best performing ones, but
yeah, unfortunately,
but, I think video,
LinkedIn hates us all anyway.
Yeah, it's LinkedIn is just optimized for point.
Yeah, until you have like some stupid post that you just post because you had it ready, and then it goes viral, and you're like, of course.
Yeah. So. Funny story. So I've made it a point now to have my Friday post just be like a intentionally low effort, and those consistently by far do the best of any other post that I have.
Yeah, for me too. Like the posts that have the most amount of views and likes and reactions are the ones that I literally came up at like 11 p.m. after a beer. Like
the problem is
LinkedIn is encouraging the wrong things.
Those don't drive any outcome, right?
Yeah,
memes are also performing well for me, but
yeah. Well, I don't know. I think that it depends where LinkedIn content kind of fits into your mini funnel. Like for me, I think that LinkedIn content is kind of like a point of where people either want to work with me or don't, which I like as an exclusion factor because it's a very specific type of content that I create. So,
all right, Simon.
Wait, I had one more and I can't remember what it was. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll give you 30 more seconds here while I pull up the.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, damn it.
Everything
Okay. Oof. Okay, ready.
Okay. Ready? Perfect time.
Thank you.
Okay, so the way we're going to do this, as I mentioned, each of you will get to talk through your 3 facts on the board. So obviously try to do as good a job as possible at selling them so that they all sound reasonably true. And then after each person goes, I'm going to ask the rest of you to think through which one is a lie. So you'll notice that I put your pictures of your faces on top of the board that Jorge has. So I'm going to ask you after he goes through to move your face to whichever one you think is the lie. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then after the fact, we will have him reveal it. And obviously, I will give him or take away points depending on the answers. So, Jorge, do you want to walk us through your 3?
Sure. Should I start with a more dramatic one?
Yeah.
I might have accidentally killed my own hamster when I was 8. Do I have to explain?
Yeah, if you want. You don't have to.
Okay, I won't because I don't want to make it easy. I once worked in a company for just only 21 days, and I did a trip around the world in just 12 days. And there you have the itinerary from Madrid to Frankfurt to Johannesburg, Brisbane, Salt Lake City, Sao Paulo, and then back to Madrid. It was a handful.
Did you have connecting flights?
Yes.
Yeah, did you
I
actually
haven't included the in the middle stops.
Oh, so you
Okay.
actually went to each of these cities in this scenario, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
What color
I mean,
was the
these are like the
hamster?
only ones in which like I stayed for a couple of days, and then there were other cities in between, but I didn't like. It was just stops.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay,
What-
so
What color was your hamster?
Great.
Great. That's an old hamster.
It was actually a we call them in Spain Russian mouses. So it's
Mhm.
like a very tiny gray kind of hamster.
Oh.
They don't have any tails. I mean, hamsters don't have
Yeah.
tails, right? I don't know.
How old was the
Okay,
hamster when you
so-
killed it? Do you remember?
yeah, let's get a little more detail on the
You
hamster
killed it.
situation.
How old was the hamster? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I might have had him for 5 months.
Okay.
How long do hamsters live? I don't know.
I think 3 years.
Well,
I might have
depends
killed
who
this
the
one,
owner is,
so-
apparently.
So I like this idea better. So let's Tamara and Simon, you each get to ask one follow-up
Oh.
question on these.
Okay.
So
Okay.
one more follow-up question to Jorge, and then we'll try to guess.
I think that was all for me.
Yeah,
what,
Simon already
what,
used up his, but go ahead.
what did the company that you worked for 21 days, what did it do?
It was one of the big 6 marketing agencies.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that's your question. So let's all guess. So Tamara and Simon, move each of your faces to the one that you think is the lie.
Okay.
Damn.
So just like drag it like so. Remember, if you pick wrong, I'm gonna take away points from you.
Oh. How many?
Yeah.
So I feel like this last one is way too specific to be true.
Yeah.
Like there's something about it. Like you either didn't go to these cities or you did not do it in 12 days.
Yeah, I feel like he possibly did it, but in a longer period, because it would be a shame if you went just through
I mean,
the
it
city.
wasn't a fun trip.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
doesn't
fun
sound-
trip. Was it a challenge? Oh, sorry, I don't have any. Oh, okay, I voted anyway.
It was
so-
for work.
Yeah,
but
me too. Okay.
Simon?
I missed my icon, but it doesn't seem like it shows on your end. Oh.
Oh, where did you move it to? I'll move
I
it for you.
think I moved her to the company only for 21 days. My hotspot
Okay.
gave out, so
Nope.
Not
Well,
here,
you're still
Derek.
here,
To the
thankfully.
to the
So,
middle one.
okay, cool. I'm back.
sorry, Tamara, you were saying you moved yours to the middle one?
No. I think Simon said that
Oh,
he's
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my bad. So, Jorge, which one is incorrect?
It is the third.
Ah!
I mean, I thought the specificity was going to be a good
Yeah,
lying factor.
I said that. I thought the specificity was a giveaway, that it was like
That's what
too much information. So, okay, so what is a lie about it? Is it you didn't do this at all, or
Actually, it is a true fact, but because fun fact about me, I'm unable to lie. So the only way that I can play this game, and I always play the same way, is that I need a truth from somebody else to be my lie. So this is a truth factor from my boyfriend when he was working as a consultant. So it's actually like a truth story, but not mine.
So I have a more
Damn,
important
Dave.
question. Since this one is the lie, tell us the hamster story.
You brutal.
So the hamster story is actually very sad because I was 8 years old and I don't know, we lived in a house back then and it was winter. And so the hamster jail, little house cabin, I don't know what I called it, was like on top of like 14 stacked blankets so that it wouldn't get cold. And I just got to my bedroom and he had eaten all of his food and he was like very stiff inside his food bowl. And so I ran to my parents crying like Leonardo, it was his name, has died. And we just, I mean, very sad, whatever. We buried him in the garden. Only in the morning, I mean, we didn't do like 6 feet under. So in the morning there were a lot of cats and the grave was like all digged up and empty. Only that the next day someone told us that actually these kind of hamsters like hibernate. So that's why he ate all of the food, and that if we had just like put a lamp on top of him, he would have woken up. I still don't know if that's true because he was really stiff. Like I don't know how animals hibernate. I'm not a biologist, but like it was post-mortem stiffness. So I mean, we will never know. Maybe it was a cat. Maybe he just suddenly woke up and be like, "This is very rude," and then just
Wait.
lived his best life. In
So
any
you
case,
buried
he
him
probably
alive?
died regardless.
Where's
That's terrible.
Grandpa? Don't worry, he's hibernating.
So, at the end
I
of
just
the
heard I
year,
buried my pet alive.
at the end of the year, I'm planning to do a highlight reel of stories from this particular game. By the way, that story is 100% making it on the league.
It's terrible.
Well, then I won my point. I figured out my
no,
lie, but people are laughing.
you know, we're going to give extra points because of the trauma dumping that just happened. So you get 1,000 points.
Yay!
All right, Tamara, let's go through yours. Walk us through your 3.
Oh, okay. So I'll just go skimping across the 3 and then you can ask me the
Sure.
follow-up questions. The first one is I cry when robots die on TV. Violently. Second one is I played in a theater play when I was 4. And third is I go skiing with my family. Ooh, what is this?
Sorry, that was me.
Every winter, but suck at it. So those are my 3 maybe truths.
Okay, Simon and Jorge.
With which robot death did you cry the most?
It was actually in a video game, and I cried a lot.
What was the name of the robot?
It's the game is called Titanfall 2.
Oh,
and I
that's such a
cried
good
lot.
game. Okay, that's fair. That's true. I believe that one.
Okay, Simon, you get a question.
Where do you go skiing in the winter with your family?
Actually,
If you don't mind
there
asking.
are a couple of interesting places in Serbia and in Bosnia that are not overly crowded during winters yet. So I actually prefer to stay closer to home. And
Okay.
Slovakia as well. Yeah.
Those
Awesome.
are pretty
Okay,
areas
so
to
you
ski.
guys get to vote now.
This is a tough one.
Mm,
Yeah, these are all reasonably true.
mm,
Uh,
I don't know.
But seemingly you guys, I don't want to pick the same one you guys are picking because it makes the. Oh, I forgot to take away points from Simon. That reminds me.
ah!
I will do that in a second.
No, how about you don't?
Yeah, I remembered.
Uh,
Okay.
Maybe you can
Tamara,
remove as many points as you gave me.
maybe. I mean, we'll see. See how I'm feeling
Ooh,
by
we're
the end
going
of this
into
one.
negative points now.
Tamara, which one is incorrect?
The last one. I do not go skiing. I cannot ski at all, so I do not enjoy anything skiing related.
yes.
There you go. So tell us about the story of the robots and the theater play, please.
I don't know why. I think when I was a kid, I wanted actually to be a mechanic. So my brain is very analytical. I was always taking stuff apart, and I actually was pretty sure that I'm going to be a mechanic when I grow up. Um, and for some reason, I don't know why, but I get very emotionally attached to any type of robots. And my partner knows that, bless him. We've been together for 14 years. And I was playing Titanfall 2, and he just turns around and I'm like, my robot died. I couldn't play the game after that for like 2 days because I couldn't stop sobbing that my robot died. Yeah, so that's that's a true story.
I knew there was to
And
be. That
I
was a
play.
good game.
Oh, it was. It's such a good game. Such a good
I
game.
know.
Um, And the second one I played in a theater play when I was 4. It was actually King Lear, and I was the youngest daughter. Yeah, my role was to walk around and just look at the old man a couple of times, and that
So
was
what
it. But
happened to your acting career?
the only reason that I did this is because my father was a light designer and they didn't have a kid in that age group. So I was, imagine that, available. My schedule was completely open. So when they tried once, they just brought me in for the rest of the showing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I think in this case, so you said okay, so you don't go skiing with your family,
I
right?
do not.
Have you
Do
been?
they go skiing without you?
No, no, no. The only person who can ski in my family is my father, and the economic situation in Serbia hasn't been really ski-tastic in the last 30 years. So I think he forgot to.
So unfortunately, Simon, because you have accrued a debt of wrong answers, I think I'm gonna have to move you into the negative points time.
Wait,
But
I
he
got
was
this
the
one
only one
right.
right
Oh,
here.
You got this one right. Sorry, my bad.
Yes.
I don't even know the rules of my own game. You get
This
you
is just targeting David at this point.
yeah, you're right. Okay, fine. You get some like extra points here because I got it extra wrong, and then Tamara, you got
Oh,
two of them to get it wrong, so you still get points here.
That's a lot of cheddar.
It doesn't make any sense at this point. Jorge
Yeah.
does lose some points. I don't even know. I don't know what's going
It was
on
like
anymore.
Oprah giving away gifts at her show.
man.
What? Wait,
You get
wait.
some
But
points.
Jorge, yeah, the two of us got that he was lying on the last one. So how am I getting less points?
That's true. Because I forgot to give out points properly the first time. I don't know what's happening anymore. It's
I like
like
it.
I will.
I wouldn't change
will
anything.
need. I will need therapy after this. Seriously.
all right, Simon. Let's talk through yours.
I want to talk
Let's
to the
go.
manager.
I am the
Yeah.
manager.
Am I
We
getting
will take our
20%
business elsewhere.
less?
There goes the
Simon.
paycheck. What I do with my icon, by the way, do I just move it and hover it
I'll move
anywhere?
it down. It's fine.
Okay.
You don't need to do anything, but all right,
Now
go
there's
ahead.
two.
Talk
There
through
you
yours.
go. Cool. All right. First one. When I was a child, my dad actually hit me with a rock. He threw from a tower in a medieval castle we were touring, and I had a big gash in my head, and we had to go to the hospital. That's the number one story. Then the second story is we went on a cruise when I was like, I think 12, from the river like in my hometown, the Mosel, to like Eastern Germany. And when we were boarding the boat after a day trip, like I kind of was playing around with my brother and he pushed me and I fell into the water, and then I just fished me out with a boat to get me out. And then the third story is that we had bunnies when I was young, 2 bunnies, and they were very fertile, and we didn't get them fixed in time. And twice in the span of 2 months, they had baby bunnies. So we ended up with like 15 bunnies when it was all said and done, when the winter was over. And yeah,
How long is like bunny pregnancy?
I don't know, but we got them fixed right after they had the first batch of babies. And then that was in December. And then in January, they had another batch of babies, even though they were fixed. So I'm guessing 1 month.
That sounds.
Okay, Tamara, you get a follow-up as well?
Oh, wait. How's your relationship with your dad now?
Well, it's fantastic. The poor guy was not having a good day with that because he was just standing there and like tossing rocks from the high tower, and I was walking on the bottom. And like he was tossing it while I was walking through this archway. And then while the rock was in the air, he was telling me he saw me walk out, and then of course the rock hit me on the head. And I was like 8 years old. So
And
Okay.
my second question is, what kind of boat did they use to fish you out of the harbor water?
it was like one of those mini boats that has like a little engine in the back, and
Like a
like it looks like a
dinghy.
fishing boat. Yeah, it wasn't like from the cruise. It was like a boat they had there in the harbor because like the pier was pretty steep. So they had to get a boat to get me because otherwise they would have had to jump from the pier all the way down to get me.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So let's place our votes.
For anybody wondering, rabbit gestation times are like 25 to 30 days.
Did you just know that, or did you look that up?
I had to check. It is quite outstanding.
I just thought you had that fact lined up. You had it ready to go. All right, Simon.
I
Which
mean,
one's
I did kill my hamster, so maybe.
That is true. Good point. Yeah. So which
In
one
a
is
cruel way.
incorrect, Simon?
You buried your hamster alive.
I know. Double check all animal related information.
So the
Okay.
hamster is incorrect.
Hmm?
Oh,
Which
which one
one's
is the
correct?
incorrect one here?
Oh, the incorrect one is the cruise. I hate
Yes.
cruises. I would
Damn
never go on a
it.
cruise.
I
Yeah.
was.
I watched Titanic
Yeah.
when I was 3. I'm never gonna go on a cruise.
So, funny story. I actually can't sleep on cruises. I hate just being in cruises general for probably many of the
Yeah.
same reason.
You also watched Titanic too early.
Well, you guys are missing out.
Yeah, maybe. So
No,
tell us
no.
about how your like dad traumatized you for life.
Oh, you didn't traumatize. Oh, you mean the Titanic thing?
No, the rock thing, man.
Oh, the rock thing. That was fine. Like, yeah, like I said, that was all what happened. My poor dad. He was like just goofing around, like tossing rocks in this high castle. It was like a ruin in the woods, and like we went hiking there, and yeah, he just tossed rocks, and I had like this little lava rock, and he just tossed it, and I was like, of course, while the rock was being thrown, I walked under there, and it was like a pretty steep thing, and it hit me in the head, I had like a massive gash wound, and then like my dad had to take the car to the hospital, but it was in the forest, so like he couldn't get the car out of the mud. And then he was like freaking out. And then he finally got the car out of the mud, and I was bleeding pretty heavily. And then they got me to the hospital. They stitched me up. And I have a pretty big scar here on my head from that accident. And yeah, I have the rock. He gave it to me. Like it's in my office in Germany. But yeah, makes me feel bad just talking about it. The poor guy. Like imagine like hitting your child with a rock.
Now we all
So,
know.
Well, don't hit
yeah,
your
and the
children.
bunnies, that's crazy.
No, that's crazy. I feel really bad for your dad. I'm sure he still feels bad about it now.
That's a great story. But yeah, in the moment,
Yeah,
I'm
it
sure
was
it wasn't
good.
that fun.
Awesome. So okay, so Jorge, you get the most points here because you guessed the lie correctly. So we'll do, I don't know, 750 points. And then tomorrow, unfortunately, you do have to lose points here. I'm sorry.
It's rough out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Simon,
yeah.
we'll tie you with Jorge for the last activity just to make it fun. You
Woohoo.
guys tried. But are you all ready to move to the next activity? Did you like that game?
Yes.
I left that game.
Yes.
That was cool.
Okay. So the final game is called Memes, the Universal Language. So as you all know, each of you here speaks several languages, as a matter of fact, including myself. So what I want to do for this game is I want to talk about some of the lessons you've learned in your career and in your life and some of the things that inspire you. So in the orange sticky that you see on the board, I want you to write in each of your native languages an expression that would teach somebody or that would explain to somebody something, a lesson that you've learned in your life that you carry with you today. So something that's very important to you. It can be something that has affected you in your career, but it has to be written in your native language so that others, ideally, can't understand what it is. What we're going to do, the trick I didn't tell you about this, is that you're going to have to explain what that expression means to everybody else using only memes.
Oh,
Oh,
That-
The activity makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Okay. So first
How
off,
much
I'm
time
going to
do we
give
have?
you have 2 minutes, or I'll give you 4 minutes to both write down the expression, again, in your native language. And then on the right side in the white space, I want you to put in any memes to explain what that expression means. So this
Okay.
activity is also worth the most points out of any of the previous ones.
Oh.
So this will likely determine the winner. Okay, so I'm going to set a timer. Go ahead.
Okay.
so fun fact, I'm actually writing in Serbian, but I don't have Serbian on my keyboard, so this is terribly not grammatically correct.
That's okay. We'll allow it.
We won't know.
As the resident
Yeah,
Serbian expert, I will allow it.
Our wonderful viewers are going to know for sure. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, as
I have
I am the authority on Serbian language in this game show, and I allow it.
What language do you speak, by the way, besides English, David?
Me? Spanish
Mhm.
is actually my first language.
Oh,
so
cool.
I know Jorge's, but
Oh,
you know,
cool.
we cheat.
Mhm.
Once upon a time, I spoke a little bit of German, so I might understand Simon.
Sehr gut. Okay, perfekt.
Can we use more than one GIF?
Of course.
Can the gifts have words in it?
Yes, they can have whatever you want. Do you actually watch Schitt's Creek, by the way?
It's a great show.
It's amazing.
They're a great show.
Yeah, really enjoyed that one. Alexis.
So my wife has gotten really into saying you, David, like on a regular basis to me.
That's funny. Yeah, I was
Holding
skeptical when I
the
was
cheese.
first 2 episodes.
All right, you guys have about slightly over a minute left, so
Yeah, the meme is tricky.
I'm having.
Does it have to be a
I'm
GIF?
having.
no, it can just be a
Yeah.
normal meme. It doesn't have to be a GIF.
Okay. Ooh.
I'm going to just make it weird because I don't know how to.
Okay, Simon, you have about 40 seconds.
Yeah. This reminds me of school when everyone's like, Simon, I was almost over. You could finish your test. I'm like, ah.
I don't mean to give you test anxiety, but it's funny that way.
Ah. Okay.
I have no idea.
I mean, you have 2 down, so that's okay.
It's
Okay,
not.
yeah,
It doesn't tell anything. Neither does this. But I guess
Oh, cool.
it'll have to do.
Oh, I love the Karate Kid trout. Yes, it's in my collection.
This file type is not supported. Ah,
All right, time is up. But Simon, I'll give you 30 more seconds to put in whatever.
yeah, I need to convert the file type. Okay, let's see if this works. Loading.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. Not even a meme. Okay, whatever. Alright. Yeah. I don't know if it's
Awesome.
doing something.
Yeah, I will. Once I like go over it, it'll move.
Okay.
Perfect. So, Jorge, we'll start with you. So first off, I want you to read it in your language, and then
Okay.
explain to us what it means.
Okay. So it is darle la vuelta a la tortilla. And tortilla in Spanish means omelette. As you all probably know, Spanish omelette is one of our classic national prides and dishes. And what it means is to basically turn something around. And I thought of it as a lesson because as I walked you guys through my like career path, it's been like a lot of weird turns and unexpected directions. And also it's one of the lessons that I also have to like remind myself to sort of turn things around so that you look at things from different perspectives so that you don't get obfuscated and kind of find a solution to problems, which is also one lesson that I get from one of my hobbies, which is photography. And I don't know where I learned that from, but somewhere on the internet I saw something be like, when you're taking like photographs, always remember to look behind you because you're focused on what you're looking at, but you're missing what's behind you. So that's also like a recurrent thing. You see how I take it through different spaces. And so the memes is literally people flipping tortillas, which I can do also because I'm a very good cook. And then it's like, think about that and then be mind blown by the perspective change you can see flipping that around.
Okay. So we won't vote for this one yet. I'm gonna have everybody go through their answers, and then I'll explain to you how this is gonna work. So, Tamara, let's explain yours.
Okay. So in Serbian, it's lažna skromnost nije vrlina. And I don't know if it's that wide of a known saying, but it's something that my grandfather used to tell me a lot, and that's the one of the most important lessons that I've ever learned and I carry very proudly. Do you want to hear the translation now or guess it based on the memes?
No, yeah. I mean, you tell us.
So it actually means that fake humility is not a virtue. So when we're kids, we are constantly told, especially women, we are always told to be more humble about things, to kind of not be the center of attention, etc. My grandfather once told me when I came home scolded because I was very proud at something that I did at the school, and then the teacher didn't like it. My grandfather told me to always answer with, the fake humility is not a virtue, and I carry it to this day. And as a team lead, as somebody who works with people, I think that this is one of the most important lessons, because I also push this onto other people, giving praise, because I know how to take praise. I know how to give praise as a leader, and I need everybody to kind of internalize it when we are working together. Just be proud of what you do and don't be ashamed to own it. And yeah, that's kind of it.
Amazing.
Love that.
Okay,
That's a
Simon.
good one. Yeah, mine is jeder ist seines Glückes Schmied. And basically what it means is that you're the blacksmith of your own luck. That's hard to translate. But it just means, yeah, you just have to, if you want something, you have to go and figure out how to get there. Sounds a little douchey, but I think there's a lot of truth to that, because I sometimes tend to think, oh, you get a degree and then you get a job exactly where you want it, and that's going to be the job you're going to do for the rest of your life, which is not the case, usually, from what I've heard and from what I've experienced. And I think that just is a good way to look at your career, that like a lot of things that you would love to have, like they're there. You just got to figure out to get there and how to make things happen in a way where like your career gets you there. And I think that's what kind of shows like, or what kind of rings true, especially for me, because every time I want something, I figure out a way to make it happen, and then I don't have to rely on other people. I can just kind of create it myself, and I think that's a good lesson for everyone. And yeah, and the meme is just, I don't know, I guess someone going for it.
I appreciate it. No, I think this is obviously a really good lesson in like just how careers work. Is I think people assume that it's a line, and it's really not a line. It's more like a swirly, and you just have to go for it, right? I think we had a previous guest that also talked about this as well, actually.
And it's even like every day, this thing is getting like the careers are more and more liquid every day with everything that's happening. So that's it.
So you have to get
Simon,
yourself out
has
there.
anything to do with the fact that it also sort of includes your last name?
Sorry, oh,
Or
Schmied, yeah, Schmitz is basically, it means Smith in German. And there's like 3 different ways of spelling it, depending on what region of Germany you're from. And where I'm from, you spell Schmied the way you see my last name. So yeah, that's a good observation. My last name basically means blacksmith, I guess.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome.
Nice
So
little detail.
the twist for this game is that actually you guys get to vote on which one gets the most points instead of me doing so. So I'm gonna ask each of you to pick your favorite meme here, now knowing what the expression means. So you obviously can't vote for your own. And whoever gets the most votes wins both the activity and also possibly the game show. So I will be the tiebreaker if each of you vote for somebody else and you each get one vote. So Tamara, we'll start with you. Which one did you like the most? Not
Why
including
don't
your
you
own.
just call this game show playing favorites? So unfair. I want to go with the first one with tortilla, because I like any analogy that's tied to food. It's a weakness of mine.
Okay. I love it. Simon?
Yeah, I think I go with that one as well. I think that made the most sense to me. It kind of also rings true to me in a lot of ways. So, and the muse kind of like go at everything. There's a lot of stuff going on there. So I think it's a good mix of the saying and the imagery. So, okay, that's my vote as well.
Fair enough. So Jorge, I won't make you vote because you can't. You won for one, but also I was gonna vote for that one too. So I really appreciate the meaning on each of them. But unfortunately, that means that, or fortunately for Jorge, that means that he wins the game show. So congratulations, Jorge.
Woohoo!
Joining an exclusive club of Superposition game show winners. And I feel like I was obligated to give you the win, to be honest, after the hamster story. Like you had to win this show. So the way that this works now, just to close things out, and I mentioned this to each of you, all of you get a little bit of time here to talk about something that you care or are passionate about or want to highlight. So we'll start with Tamara and Simon, and then Jorge, you will get slightly more time to talk through after. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So Tamara, we'll start with you. You just get 1 full minute to talk about anything you want to highlight, anything you want to call out, either personally or professionally, and we'll go from there. So go ahead.
Oosh. Okay. I haven't prepared the speech. I think that this passion project that I'm currently working on, where I'm interviewing non-marketing founders and co-founders on their understanding on marketing, really is opening my eyes. You have a lot of marketers in your network, but also I don't think that this is just marketing related. I think that this is a systematic issue that we're going to start facing more and more. When we are looking at the landscape of the startups that are being founded right now, there's an increased number, and especially in the last 10 years, of non-classically educated business people coming into the force. Some may have never even held a job before. So that means that the classic way of understanding business just does not apply. So when we are working with founders, co-founders that don't understand our discipline, it's very easy to kind of fall into the blame game and go like, oh, they don't understand marketing, which may be true, but it's not default on their own. And just focus on what you can control, which in my case, I'm a marketer. I can control the narrative around marketing and help educate and kind of close the chasm between where we need the world to be. But I invite all of you to kind of um, look at your own environments, look at your own coworkers, businesses where you're working in, and try to educate them versus, try to or assume that they know what you're doing is
Okay.
right.
Amazing. Simon?
Yeah, I think for me it would be to tell people that if you're thinking about putting yourself out there on social media, be on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, what have you, that you should not be afraid of being who you are, and like you should not hide your true personality. I think people forget that most people resonate with your story that's unique to you and like your personality. And if you hide that because you want to fit in, you're going to fail most likely. But if you don't and you embrace who you are and you show that, even if it's quirky and a little weird, maybe that goes a long way. And I think I would like to encourage people to do that, especially nowadays with so many people figuring out that personal branding is becoming more and more important because it sets you apart. But in the age of AI, that's one thing. And then the other big thing that I'm increasingly realizing as an issue for a lot of people, that your job is not your life. Like, doesn't matter what you do. Some people put in 12 hours every day, and that's important. But I notice it with people like relatives that retire now that put all their life into their work, and then they don't have anything else to do once work is over. And it's kind of a sad thing to see. So I think I would encourage people to really embrace things outside of work as well. Spend time with friends, go outside, touch some grass, find hobbies outside of work. And yeah, it makes you a more well-rounded being. Doesn't make you more lazy. I think it helps with creativity. And I think especially in this age where everyone wants to work on multiple projects and have all these little side hustles, that's an important thing to keep in mind. So yeah, that's my closing plädoyer.
Awesome. And for what it's worth, if you on the audience want to learn how to put yourself out there and create great content and learn more about branding and marketing in general, all three of these people are great follows on that front. So just take it from me.
You as well.
Thank you. Jorge, your turn. You get a couple more minutes here uninterrupted. What do you want to highlight?
Okay, so actually, even though I won the last bit, I wanted to comment on their choices because I agree very much so with both of the sayings that they highlighted. Starting with Tamara and like something that I actually speak a lot about in my own content and picking up from a book that's called Fuck Being Humble, and how we are conditioned to really minimize ourselves and our talents in the name of humility. But there's nothing to be ashamed of if you're proud of something that you're really good at, and that more people should feel empowered to really embrace what they're good at. And with Simon saying, go make their own lack. Also tied to what he just said about with all the changes in the economy, job security is more and more becoming sort of like a myth. And yes, personal branding and authenticity are buzzword, and we're all tired of hearing about them, but it's very much a reality of professional life, and we are all people who actually want probably to work and feel proud on our work. And most of us are trying to escape the rat race of the 9 to 5, which often leaves us uninspired and totally depleted of energy. And to meet the little plug on what I'm creating, it's a bit why I am building the Easy Branding platform. Yes, it is also because I am myself trying to achieve financial independence and all of that, but I wanted to do it in a way that I can empower people to be able to monetize their expertise, also as a sort of counter measure against all of the grifters and all of the noise that there is online, with people capitalizing on the fear that we all are experiencing with the state of the world and the job instability and everything. And I think the two sayings that you guys highlighted, it's something that more people need to realize their power, embrace their talent, and go make their own luck. Because I think I'm a utopian, and I envision a future that's much more positive if rather than having mega corporations that aggregate all of the power, rather we have all of our own individual shops as we used, and we are all craftsmen and women of our expertise, and we just exchange our talents. That is something that I would much rather see in the world rather than all of the techno feudalist or whatever is happening. And yeah, I'm a bit rambling on this point, but I just want to encourage people to not be afraid to embrace their talents and go out there to, yes, build a personal brand. We all hate the fucking word, but it is truly an asset that keeps on building and that will actually looks in the future would look like more like job security than anything else. So
Amazing.
that's
No,
it.
I think that's a great note to end on, because so to recap, one of the reasons I wanted to have all three of you on specifically is obviously I follow all of you, and the content that each of you share is a reflection of the many things that you've talked about today. These three folks are some of the most genuine people I've met on LinkedIn, and like the reason I like continuing to interact with each of you is that the many things that you've learned today from them are exactly what they talk about in their content day to day. And in many ways, continuing to put themselves out there and be genuine about the things that they share is one of the things I admire the most about each of you. So thank you all for coming on the show. Really appreciated it, and hope you had a fun time playing these games.
Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely.
We did.
Thanks for the
Thank
invite.
Thank you for having
Thank
us,
you for
David.
having us.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
So to close out, as a reminder for the rest of you in the audience, for Superposition, the company that I lead, we build workshops just like this one. So if you want to learn more, especially if you are in the data and AI spaces and are a consultant or an advisor, and you want to learn how tools like this can help you more effectively serve your own clients or grow your own company, I would love to chat more about these. And also, if you want to participate in a future version of the game show and want to take a stab at playing some of these games yourself, we are always looking for more contestants, so would love to have you on. And otherwise, I'm really thankful to all three of you for joining, like I said, and we'll see you next time for the next episode. So